Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the next episode. And today I'm going to share with you an exciting story about the Prophet Musa alayhi salam, especially about his birth. So before that, we're going to get to today's topic, which is Al-Muhaymin. It means the guardian, overseer. And this is the name we're going to discuss today. And once we understand this meaning, that Allah oversees everything. Allah knows our future, our past, our present. And once we understand that, it gives us comfort. It gives us not only the comfort, but something to do with the planning. Today I'm going to discuss that story. Before that, we're going to jump to the Prophet Musa's story of birth. As you know from the Quran, that it was a very, very hard time for Bani Israel. As you remember from the history, Egypt, Pharaoh was killing their babies because he had a dream that someone from their progeny is going to come, grow up, is going to take where he stands right now. And that's why he was killing, leaving the young born girls, but killing all the young born boys. And it was at this time the Prophet Musa was born to a family, and his mom, Prophet Musa alayhi salam's mom, was really, really worried. It was just a matter of time. She knew the soldiers of the Pharaoh is going to knock the door, they're going to take the baby, and they're going to do what they have been doing with other babies. Soldiers of the Pharaoh is going to knock the door. At that time, the Musa's mom was inspired and saying, when you're worried about the baby, just put it on the river and we will return it to you. I'm not a mother, I'm a father. I cannot imagine the agony, like the losing a child, even as a father. But now put a context of a mother. I cannot even comprehend it, how huge it must be. And just even putting your child on the river, even though you have this inspiration, you don't know if it's where it comes from, right? We don't know. But to this, it must be very, very hard. But it was a better solution just giving to the soldiers. And that is what she ends up doing. And hoping it will work out. Hoping that all will work out. As we also know the story, what happens next, right? This Prophet Musa alayhi salam, this baby ends up it goes in the river and ends up in I think the wife of the Pharaoh, right? And she likes it. She pledges with the Pharaoh, can we keep this baby? So this is how Prophet Musa alayhi salam was saved. But not only that, Allah SWT kept their promise. And then the Prophet Musa's mom says, just follow the baby where it goes and tell me what happens. And his sister goes and follows, and they know where it goes. And the baby begins to cry and doesn't stop crying. They try to, pacify with different people, trying to give milk, but it doesn't. And then this is, I think, if I remember correctly, the sister says, hey, can I show you somebody who might be able to help? And they bring Musa's mother. And when the Musa alayhi salam begins to, drink milk from his mom, of course, and he will be peaceful. So this was the delivery of the Prophet ﷺ, that don't worry, just live it and we'll bring it, right? And this is how we also know the rest of the story. Maybe we'll discuss another episode where he grows up in the same household. He goes on this beautiful journey and comes back and splits the sea and takes the Bani Israel to this long journey. But today's story is based on this trust. As you can imagine, the enemies of Allah SWT, they try to do things in their own way. As we know from the Quran, and they plan, and Allah SWT plans. And Allah SWT is the best of planners. So why are we discussing this story? Why are we discussing about the planning and the guardian? Is that it's very relevant to us even today. What I mean by that is, we, unfortunately, Muslims and non-Muslims, we don't plan much about our life, right? And some people say, does the planning work? Does the plans work? I do plan, but it doesn't work. So here, what I'm going to share with you is this. Look, if you make a plan sincerely, it shows two things. First, you are sincere, you care. I'm not talking about just any worldly plans. I'm just talking about plan about your life, where you're going. We believe we're all going back to Allah SWT, but what's our plan? Are we making any plans to meet Allah SWT? And what are our plans and how are we going to do? What are we going to bring on our book of deeds? So Number one. Number two is, once we make a plan, sincerely, we have to take a consistent action. Even a small action, because we know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves those who take consistent actions, right? So if you do those two things, plans may not work, but the planning itself, it changes you. Even you take a piece of paper, write your plans, put it, think about it, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for success, as long as it's good, you are moving towards it. Remember, we do sincerely make dua, plan, and we take action, but we are not responsible for the outcome. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives and takes away. As long as we do those first two, it's in His hands to do the third one. Because a lot of us, we get mistangled about the third. Oh, it's not working, I'm just going to give up. No, we keep on doing, because we are rewarded for the intention and a consistent action, not for the result. So this is exactly what my second book is about. I recently finished writing. It's called Deen Dunya Dilemma. Even though it starts with Deen Dunya Dilemma, but in it you will find a plan, workbook. At the end of each chapter, we ask about your plans, about your body, mind, heart, soul, purpose, passion, all your path, prosperity, and peace. And for those who can afford, you can click the link. You can buy it on Amazon, you can buy it on Gumroad. But if you cannot afford it, that's fine. Just comment on this video or just send us email. I'll also share the email, and we will share the free copy with you where you can read online. Because our goal is to spread this message to as many people as possible, at least 1 million Muslims. Okay, so having said that, how can we live by this name? And this is, I'm going to share 2-3 points with you. So first point, trust in Allah's plan. Trust in Allah's plan that everything is going to work it out. What I mean by that is, remember why we are here. We are here because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to be here. And from what we know from our origin story is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put our father Adam alayhi salam in the state that even above angels. Not every human is going to reach that level, but each of us, we have that potential. You, me, we have that potential only as long as we follow the rules of the infinite game of life set by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then and only then we live our true potential. So we have to trust in Allah's plan. It's all will work out as long as we do our part. Number one. Number two, find comfort in His ultimate wisdom and plan. On this journey, it's not going to be easy. Sometimes we'll feel misunderstood. Sometimes we feel betrayed. Sometimes people blame us. But we have to always remember, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is our guardian. As long as we're on the right path, He knows. And He is the best of judges. He's the most merciful. And that's why we should give us hope. Not to worry about what people think, but do the right thing in God's eyes. The third point is take action. Leave this attribute. What I mean by that is take a responsibility about our lives. Yes, Allah is our overseer, but we have to do our part as well. So having said that, so I want to finish this episode as usual with a dua. So let's make dua to finish this episode as usual. Al-Muhaymin, overseer, our guardian. You Allah, you are the only one who knows our struggles inside out. You know us better than ourselves. And guide us to the straight path. Make this path easy for us. And the last but not the least, you are the best of planners. You know where we are going. You know where we end up. Allah, we ask you, we beg you that help us take this life seriously. Prepare for this, to meet you, by taking action, by planning our life to meet you. And then sincerely, not only planning, but also help us, give us strength to take action, to take every day a even small step on this plan towards you. So you will see our struggle, you will accept this from us, and you will guide us here in the hereafter. So this is my dua for you and for us, for all of us. And last but not least, as I always say, we are following 99 Names Books of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where you can find it here. And if you enjoyed this series, please share with others, like it, and comment. So hopefully we all benefit from this. Last but not least, if you want to see more of it, if you want to miss another name, subscribe to the channel, and you will get a notification, inshallah, when the next episode comes. Until then, Assalamu alaikum.